Coming to you live from Broadcast House, Nile Avenue. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for making time and choosing the national broadcaster. My name is Sandra Kahunde, and UBC Lunchtime News starts now on this 15th day of August 2025. Now, to start us off, we're looking at the permanent secretary, that is Amina Zawede, and the activities that are going on as far as national importance is concerned. Well, Dr. Amina Zawede, the permanent secretary in the Ministry of ICT, encouraged Ugandans to embrace digital skills to improve their livelihoods. Well, she made the remarks while handing certificates to 1,000 refugee learners who did complete digital training at the ICT hub in Nakawa. Let's take a look.
The Permanent Secretary of Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, Dr. Zawede, highlighted that her ministry partnered with Uganda Institute of Technology and ICDL to equip refugee learners with essential technology skills.
ICDL is International Computer Drivers License. We signed an MOU with them. It's a 5-year MOU where they are supporting us to do skilling. This is an international certificate that comes at a very high cost. However, when you have an MOU or partnership, then this training comes at a subsidized or significantly reduced cost. So they are helping us skill these people. We are also, promoting every Ugandan out there who needs a basic certificate, because we are also the ministry that is promoting business process outsourcing, people learning to work online for Uganda, for the region, for Africa, and globally. If you have that certificate, then it demonstrates that you're IT literate. So these people here who have trained, if they just flag their certificate, anybody can take them to do the job because it's an internationally recognized certificate.
She added that the government is working with development partners to address the challenges such as limited funding and the high cost of internet and computers, which have restricted wider access.
We know that there are challenges of connectivity in the country, and yet there is high demand for it. We also are aware of the challenge of, high-cost devices. And for all these, we are coming up with solutions. We have projects that are rolling out infrastructure development, infrastructure in terms of putting up computer labs. Uganda Communications Commission, or UCC, has supported us in doing that. We are also setting up innovation hubs and spaces where people can come and access internet and also think about innovative and creative ideas.
The Executive Director of ICDL, Damien O'Sullivan, praised the government for the partnership and commended the digital skilling initiative.
And this is a very innovative project because it's using ICL certification to empower the refugees with digital skills, to provide them with internationally recognized certification that will enhance their employability, enhance their ability to start their own business, to transform the use of technology in their own families and local communities.
Winnie Ainebabas Katride and Kalisha Stephen for UBC.
In a separate development, Ministers Hilary Onek, Disaster Preparedness, and Judith Nabakoba Lands have visited Bulambuli and Kran districts to inspect land for resettling over 10,000 people from disaster-prone areas. The ministers encountered resistance during the inspection of 1,800-acre property in Amur, with some locals contesting its sale.
The cabinet put a sub-cabinet committee to search and look for land which is habitable for resettling people in disaster-prone areas. And as you recall, we have been here, I think, only last week to see this land, and this time we brought the ministers to see these pieces of land. We first visited Amore land. You saw there were a lot of people who claimed the land was theirs, and definitely, clearly, that one is a problem. And then we also came to another piece of land. There were a few encumbrances in terms of counterclaims, and so we thought that, so that is how we have ended up at Kirigi here to look at another alternative land.
But from what I've seen, the situation is manageable, only that it needs to be handled very fast. Like I instructed on Amule's land, some of these issues need mediation and people sitting with their landlords. They sit, agree, come up with a memorandum of understanding to government, then government will be in position to acquire the land which is habitable.
I want just to appeal to fellow Ugandans, when it comes to saving life of others, like those who are very hard on the issue of land and some are creating difficulties to us when we are struggling to try to secure the land, they must have some heart and have sympathy for these people who are really faced with challenges of landslide.
I agree, because barely looking at the land, there isn't that intense activity which is taking place. There are no serious developments, meaning that if they really sit, we can reach a conclusion. And I would call upon the people of this area to think about the people whose lives are in danger right now, because the rains are almost coming. Yes, we are polling, we are the owners, we are this, but when we're on ground, there isn't serious business taking place on land. So think about the lives of your brothers and sisters in the mountains.
For us, we be neighbors, and we are very happy to see you people, and we need also neighbors here.
You also inform them that the person who has won the election is a Mugisu here.
Welcoming you people. We need government to come and bring for us the neighbors. We are very happy. Okay.
More than that, because I get one title there, but they are more than
On issues to do with humanity, we're seeing the global charity Humanity First International celebrating its 30th anniversary at the annual convention of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community UK. Now founded to serve humanity regardless of background, the organization has provided humanitarian aid in nearly 100 countries. Focus on cooperatives.
From boreholes in rural Uganda to disaster relief in flood-hit Pakistan, Humanity First has grown into a $15 million a year operation, powered largely by volunteers. In Uganda alone, the group has dug around 1,000 boreholes, run medical camps with over 300 volunteer doctors, and performed cataract surgeries under its Gift of Sight program.
The medical camps, we have doctors, about 300 doctors, who come from USA, Australia, England, from the NHS, who come to Uganda to do medical camps. And we also do the Gift of Sight program, where we do cataract operations, and these are mainly done in Mbale Hospital. We are really grateful to the government for their support. We've got memorandum of understanding with the Ministry of Health, where we find it quite easy to operate with their help. And I just want to thank the Uganda High Commission in London for their support. They have been very helpful in terms of easing of travel.
Humanity First Global Operations Director Fazal Ahmed says their approach to African development focuses on sustainability and local empowerment.
Where Africa takes control of its own destiny. And what we mean by that is whether it is orphan care, education, water, agriculture, healthcare, we want to provide training and resources to our youngsters in Africa so that they can then develop their own programs based on local need and stay in Africa and develop those programs themselves.
From its modest beginnings, with an annual budget of £50,000, Humanity First now manages a $15 million a year, thanks largely to its volunteer-led structure.
The reason we're able to do so much with our funds is that I'm a volunteer, all of our management team are volunteers, our paid staff are on the ground. So for example, in Côte d'Ivoire, we're just opening a new hospital in Yopougonjesco. We're going to have a team of 50 full-time staff, all Ivorian. We have schools. We have 100 schools, mainly in Africa. All of our staff are local staff, whether they're in Ghana, in Uganda, wherever those schools are. So our approach is that we're trying to use the resources in the best way that we can, so that, you know, there's a minimal amount of our income that goes towards our offices and administration.
The organization is also active in global crisis zones, including Gaza, where it delivers water, food and emergency education, and Ukraine, where it has provided safe shelter, medical support, and basic supplies to women and children fleeing conflict.
In other activities for the day, Uganda marked World Accreditation Day with a call to strengthen product accreditation to help businesses access international markets. Minister of State for Trade, David Bahati, noted that small and medium enterprises face significant challenges due to quality standards.
The World Accreditation Day is a global initiative established by the International Laboratory Accreditation Corporation to raise awareness on the importance of accreditation amongst all relevant stakeholders. Accreditation bodies demonstrate that organizations meet internationally recognized standards, ensuring the quality and reliability of their work.
And once we have these accredited services, then we help us to improve on standards. And once standards are improved on, then market penetration will increase. And when market penetration increases, exports will increase. And when exports increase, then our GDP will also increase, and our wealth as a nation will move forward.
This year's commemoration was centered at supporting SMEs to ensure their products compete favorably at global level. The chairperson board of the Uganda National Accreditation Service, John Patrick Kaboyo, emphasized that absence of a national accreditation service is forcing the private sector to spend huge sums abroad for certification.
I'm hoping that once the funds are in place, we'll be in action beginning probably next year. But at the moment, we have an arrangement with KENAS, a similar organization in Kenya, which we have an MOU or tuning arrangement where they help us and we accredit jointly so that they now see us through to the time when we're standing on the ground on our own feet.
The Director General Health Services at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Charles Olaro, revealed that at least 100 laboratories in Uganda have already been accredited, but stressed the need for all service areas to meet accreditation requirements.
70% of the decisions we make in health are guided by laboratory success. So laboratories are definitely of value. We've been able to move from only having 2 laboratories, about 4 or 6 of them accredited by 2015, but now we almost have close to 100 which are accredited. So it's been a very good progress.
Stakeholders attest to the timeliness of this body, saying it will save them a lot of time and money they have been spending on foreign bodies for services.
Whereby we'll reduce the cost of hiring accredited bodies from other countries to come and assess us. So with the introduction of Ugandans in the country is a good roadmap which will help us mitigate the expenses that have been incurring as a country to hire accredited bodies in the country.
Where Halal Assurance has also signed partnership with the global credible halal certifiers like SGS, we are in position to facilitate and clear exports, especially going to United Arab Emirates, that's Dubai.
Mary Namkose, UBC News.
In other activities, the government is working to operationalize the public service pension fund to ensure a timely payment of pension benefits. A Public Service Minister Muruli Mukasa confirmed that employees will contribute 5% and the government will contribute 10% to the fund.
The Public Service Pension Fund was conceived by the Public Service Transformation Program with the aim of creating a sustainable source of income in order to ensure timely payment of pension benefits. The Minister for Public Service, Muruli Mukasa, says the implementation will commence between 2026 and 2027.
This pension bill is now going to be funded both by the employee, in other words, government, and the employer, government, and the employee. In its initial stages, government will fund the startup. Government is expected to raise 10%. The employee raises 5%, but for a startup it will be 15% borne by government.
Although the Public Service Transformation Program has had some hiccups, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Public Service, Catherine Bitarakwate, points out that a number of strides have been achieved.
Rollout of the human capital management system to all votes of government. And this has seen a reduction in delays in payment of salaries, now 100%, from 70% to 100%. It has seen access to the payroll also moving from 70% to 100%, payment on time, and all HR functions on the system.
Now, what is required is for government to increase funding to the Public Service Transformation Program.
Really push this country into development at all levels. So it will become clear, our arguments and the logic backed by facts will become clear that there is need to add more money to this program so that we now achieve the other objective much faster and much easier.
The Public Service Transformation Program was put in place to enhance the effectiveness and efficiency in public service. Adia Nakuti, UBC.
UBC Lunchtime News. And now government is renewing its focus on cooperatives as a key strategy to boost economic growth. This message was highlighted at the annual general meeting of the Kasangati Divine Center Members Circle. We celebrated the group's growing impact.
So happy that I was able to get a dividend. I've been in so many different circles, but they've been cheating me. But I'm so happy that today these people have been so open and they're working in light.
I'm celebrating that one of the things I've received is the dividends, the interest on the savings I did. Through this circle, my projects are moving on well because every time I apply in, I receive my money quickly. I receive the loan quickly without any hassle. They need me to have this. And
managed to grow from 30 members to 315 as of now. That is within a range of 1 year. So with God's grace, I think we've done something which hasn't been done anywhere. We do believe a lot in everything we are doing. Everything we are doing, we focus on faith. We believe in going higher and higher.
They have achieved in membership growth, and also savings have increased, and also share capital. They have understood the concept of a cooperative.
Now, on issues to do with foreign investment, I was seeing Evelyn Anite, the Minister of State for Privatization and Investment, announcing the police will track down individuals making malicious statements against foreign investors. She made the statement while touring the Chint Exhibition Center here in Kampala, as we take a listen.
Over the years, President Yoweri Museveni has championed the growth of the country's GDP through the promotion of local content rather than relying on imported finished goods.
I'm not interested in taxes of factory owners, direct taxes. That's why we give you tax holiday of 10 years.
This vision has been reinforced by the Build Uganda by Uganda Bubu initiative, which has boosted local production, expanded market opportunities, and increased value addition.
Whatever Chint is doing is to make sure that they light your house. They're making home appliances. So it is something good. Home appliances, to make sure that they get you out of darkness, to make sure that you have a solution of solar in your house. So I don't see why someone should feel jealous for anybody who has come to transform lives of our citizens, to create jobs, to contribute to our tax base.
Chint Uganda, an electric and home appliance company, is one of the success stories focusing on locally manufactured products. The State Minister of Finance for Investment and Privatization, Evelyn Anite, toured its exhibition center. Minister Anite noted that indigenous companies like Chint will help cut over the $3 million spent annually on importing home appliances.
We've been importing over $3 million worth of home appliances. Just home appliances annually. Now, if they're being made in Uganda here, that means that we are going to save the dollar that our citizens were using to go and buy in China, in Dubai.
Chint is targeting the East African market with a stronger focus on value addition.
Look at like our prepaid meters. Our current capacity is we're able to do an annual production of about 300,000 prepaid meters. But the Ugandan market currently, with the demand that we are getting with our factory, is not sufficient for all this production capacity that we do have. So definitely we are going to spill over to go to other markets, searching for more demand for these factories because they can't be redundant.
The company will also contribute to environmental conservation through its partnership with the Kera EV, aimed at eliminating gas emissions. However, Anita cautioned that security agencies will deal firmly with anyone attempting to intimidate foreign investors.
Come here at your own risk. If you're coming with an intention of destroying, looting, or coming to bring people just to come and overwhelm them, you're coming at your own risk because you will not go back.
Harvest comes as Chint Uganda prepares for its grand launch this Saturday, to be presided over by Uganda's Prime Minister, Robin Anabanja. Amwa Evanjoko and Pauline Asio for UBC.
It has to do with investment. The policymakers, economists and engineers met at a second public investment management conference at Accreditation University. At the conference addressed concerns over the poor execution of National Development Plan projects which threaten Uganda's economic growth goals. The theme was overcoming implementation barriers for fiscal sustainability.
The State Minister for Finance, Amos Lugolobi, has reaffirmed the ministry's commitment to strengthen integration and encourage stakeholder collaboration to advance socio-economic transformation. This was at the second Public Investment Management Conference held at Makerere University.
So our commitment is to address these barriers head-on, learning from both international best practices and our own experiences. The ministry is committed to deepening the integration of medium-term expenditure frameworks, strengthening revenue mobilization, and rationalizing expenditures to focus on cooperative priorities.
Ramadan Gobi, the permanent secretary at the Ministry of Finance, stressed that improving implementation and management of public projects must be Uganda's top priority, highlighting the country's ambitious economic growth targets.
I expect, Director, a report of practical solutions, actionable kind of solutions we can put forward for us to implement our projects. And together we can create a very robust public investment ecosystem.
Dr. Donald Kaberuka, Rwanda's former Minister for Finance, underscored that a good policy must be both sound and implementable.
Our challenge now is we need to sustain that progress. We need to make it more inclusive. We need to make it sustainable with a lower quantum of resources.
Professor Bwinza Mkadasi, Makerere University's Deputy Vice-Chancellor, commended higher education institutions for their vital role in supporting public policy and development strategy.
Our commitment to this role is to demonstrate that the work done by the good work done by the Public Investment Management Center of Makerere, because we know that it has already enabled and helped to establish the credible sort of workforce that is strengthening capacity of public officials in all sectors of investment management.
Dennis Igoa and Aisha Musanya for UBC.
Well, good to know you're watching and following. Now, another update, we're seeing examinations by the Uganda National Vocational, Technical and educational training UVTAB commenced smoothly across the country. The Deputy Director of UVTAB, Dr. Nahamia Wilfred, stated that the board is crucial for skills development as part of Uganda's economic transformation.
After my studies here, I feel like to continue with my education, that is in national diploma.
These are practical assessment, and they are really engaging in practicals that can help them, that can assist them to practice in the world of work. Because when you look at what plumbing was being done, the fixing, what motor vehicle was being done, removing parts of the vehicles and putting them back, and I think those are skills that are very, very important as they go in the world of work.
To request the government to add on the capitation grant, because now things have become very expensive, that we may not manage everything, but that is the only solution, is to put in their requirements so that we enforce it and they buy the gloves and other protective gears.
We are here participating in our examination, final examination, UVTAB. The examination it's really good. We are doing our best.
You see, normally when the students are enrolled, there are always many. They can reach even 500, but eventually they keep on reducing. Some are forced. Some of these students may not be interested in the courses.
Important that to make sure that people learn, people get to love TVET as their first choice, since the demand has been increasing in the world of work.
I've not found any challenge, and for it, according to the saying that this course is for only boys, I found it well because I've been able to work on different sites.
Now taking you to India, during the celebration of their 79th Independence Day, the Indian High Commissioner at Uganda, Upenda Singh Rawat, announced that the Indian community in Uganda has committed to working with the government to improve the welfare of Ugandans. As we take a look.
The Indian High Commission in Kampala hosted the official commemoration, bringing together members of the Indian diaspora and Ugandan officials. The event took place at the Indian High Commission in Nakasero. India's High Commissioner to Uganda, Upenda Singh Rawat, highlighted the ongoing success of India's digital and technological journey, emphasizing how it continues to make history.
We have numbers which are less than 0.1% of Uganda's population, but they contribute very significantly to the economic growth and progress of the country. Also the cultural and the philanthropic activities. So in fact, a significant part of Uganda's tax revenue comes from the businesses of the Indian community.
He also commended India's national education policy for its focus on aligning education with practical skills and core values, creating a nurturing environment for young people to achieve their dreams.
A large number of people have been pulled out of poverty through good governance. The government has been running a series of welfare initiatives for the poor and also for those who have risen above the poverty line but are still vulnerable, so that they do not fall below it again.
The Secretary General of the Indian Association of Uganda, Sasi Kuma, highlighted that numerous activities, including a mega blood donation drive, were organized as part of the Independence Day commemoration.
It has been our experience as and when we need to have this blood donation drive done. Usually we start with the eve of our Indian's independence, and he has been forefront and the first donor of the blood donation. And from there, we have never gone short of the blood. Always we have achieved the target. And this year too, our medical team.
So my appeal is to the local leaders and other international leaders to emulate what His Excellency has done. Because with leadership, then many other people can follow suit. So my appeal is to the local leaders and other international leaders to keep supporting this noble cause of blood donation. Because minus people donating blood, there's no other source of blood. If you are lacking water and you don't have mineral water, you can get borehole water, you can go to water.
Sudat Kaye and Vincent Wamundu, UBC News.
Well, congratulations to India as they continue to mark and celebrate their Independence Day. In other updates, a local investor, Dr. Sudhir Parelia, stated that Uganda's peaceful environment has been a key factor in its economic growth over the past 10 years. He made the remarks during the meeting with the Indian business community, urging them to continue investing in the country.
And there's demand for offices and other commercial buildings, and it's in our program to keep investing in office buildings. But for us, definitely our prime objective is to create employment.
We have a very stable economy, and there is always demand. Like I said, it comes to the fact that if you're able to provide service and infrastructure that is, it's long-lasting, easy to maintain, then the demand is definitely there. And why wouldn't we invest if the demand is not there, if it's there? As you can see from the POW, we've also tried to incorporate a lot of local materials. If you look at our cladding, it's been done and built from all local resources, and it's a long-lasting product. So we also try and make sure we incorporate local materials in our construction as well.
Big thing about the MTN Super. Waliyakapia musite waliyakapia. MTN kabo de super mustairompia. Then you kabo de smartphone nebya kabibiona. MTN kabo de super mustairompia. Then you kabo de smartphone nebya kabibiona.
Get the new Kabode Super smartphone and enjoy 16 GB free. Start with a deposit of only 45,000 Uganda shillings and pay the rest in daily installments of less than 1K. You can also make weekly and monthly installments. Together, our vibes are unstoppable. Terms and conditions apply. MTN. MTN is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Diseases like Mpox can catch anyone, and when treated by qualified health workers, patients fully recover. However, it is important to know that survivors are not carriers. Welcome them home with open arms and support them to start life afresh. Truly, they need your support and compassion.
Always remember to seek guidance from the nearest health facility on how to support survivors to resettle well in the community.
For more information about Mpox, call the Ministry of Health toll-free line on 0800 1066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF, WHO, and its partners.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the rider selection campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
My friend, I have made some good money today. It is time to relax and enjoy life.
Nice to hear that, Sim. Just give me some money.
Gino, let's go party. All the drinks and the muchomo are on me. I will crown the day with a babe to chill with before I return home. Let's enjoy ourselves. Life is too short.
You guys, you mean you want to take nothing home to your family? My friend, indulging in casual sex has become very risky and dangerous these days. There is HIV and what's still Mpox.
What are you saying, Gino? I use protection, a condom. Don't scare me.
Good. Condoms can protect you from HIV and other STIs, but not Mpox. If that person has the Mpox skin rash, he will also contract the disease Semu.
What?
Yes, Semu. And from there, you'll spread it to your loved ones, your lovely wife, and your children, who may suffer serious disease and even die.
Thanks, Gino. I heard about it earlier, but I just brushed it off as well. So I am cancelling this useless program and going home to my loved ones. Bye, Gino. Bye.
Good decision. You see, that is being responsible, Semu. Hey, by the way, before you go, just give me at least a 50K.
Mpox is real. Protect yourself and the loved ones. Stay safe and do not indulge in casual sex or other risky behaviors. For more information
about Mpox,
call a Ministry of Health toll-free line on 0800 1066 or send a free SMS to your report on 8500. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health
with support from UNICEF, WHO,
and its partners.
Welcome back. Good to know we're still having your company. Now, on to other updates. Before we let you go enjoy your Friday, we're seeing Kampala Minister Hajjat Kabanda organizing a health camp targeting malaria, typhoid and respiratory infections here in Kampala.
Minister for Kampala, Hajjat Kabanda, has convened a health camp to partly meet the demands of Chisenyi congestion like drainage and diseases. Hundreds of residents received medical attention and one boy with a kidney ailment was referred to Mulago Hospital at her expense. A number of residents who endorsed Kabanda as Kampala Central MP aspirant, describing her as a leader focused on development rather than political strife. She in turn expressed gratitude for their support.
Mbasaba tukwataganye Kisenyi wano. Nsaba obuntu bulamu gye bujja. Kuba tuli mu kiseera kizibu nnyo kya kalulu. Naye kale lero twaze kujjanjaba. Hajjat Kabanda waali nnyo nga maama wammwe. Nga muganda wammwe, nga mukwano gwammwe.
Through the Uganda Patriotic Club, a body linking civilians and military, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba sent a message urging unity during the elections and support for capable leaders as the nation undergoes political transition.
Nsinziira mu kitebe kye bayita Patriots Club Uganda nga kiri wansi wa ofisi ya Ssaabaduumizi w'eggye ly'eggwanga lino kubanga ye taamu esembayo ya president kye twatuumye taamu egenda mu kampeyini eno. Kaakati era akalulu ako Jeno mwennyini yagenda okubanga akakulembeddemu. Kaakati kyova olaba atutuma obubaka obutuufu. Mugende mu maaso mugasome ne mu nju ye yennyini yatandise okuteekamu olweyo. Era eno taamu eno gyagenda okufuna egenda yakutereeza. Sajjala ati tufune gavumenti eziddako empya nga ffenna tutambulira wamu.
Now moving on, March in the division NRM flag bearer elections for both male and female elderly having concluded smoothly. However, in the female youth category, Dorothy Zalwango is threatening to petition the victory of Doreen Nyakatoho, who defeated her by a margin of 51 to 49 votes. Much in the elderly, elections concluded peacefully. Female youth loser to petition NRM Electoral Commission.
I'm happy for the victory and I'm prepared to serve beyond myself. And I appeal the rest who have been defeated to join me and work for me.
What I have said, today it was a voting day for me and Tugeneo, for Gaitara and Tugeneo, but unfortunately they have won me.
I thank each and everybody who has voted for me. I'm Nasaka Felicitas. I've won the elderly vote. I'll be faithful to them. I'll be with them.
One of the candidates that aspired for the position of female youth councillor in Machindye, but I wasn't contented with each and everything that transpired in the elections because of the guidelines being given to us. The presiding officer said that we candidates, we shouldn't look back as they're counting, but one of the candidates turned back and moved back. Then at the same time she came back. What is, we are going to petition and appeal so that we can get back our victory.
Yes, I am overwhelmed by the youth of Makindye. They did not only flatter me, but they have put me to this success. I am very, very proud of the Makindye youth.
Thank you all the elders and the voters who are here. But since we have announced the winner, Tugeneo, John Paul, and Nasaka Felicitas, I would wish all the older people to support each other, to not fight with each other, because this is a party election.
Well, that's all we had time for this day, the 15th day of August 2025. I will wish you a fruitful Friday. Thank you so much for making time. Well, from the entire team behind the scene and I, Sandra Kahunde, wish you a beautiful day and, of course, a great and blessed weekend ahead. Our love to you. God bless you. Thank you so much for watching.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Big thing about the MTN Super. Wali yakapia musite wali yakapia. MTN kabo the super mustairompia. Then you kabo the smartphone nevi yakabibiona. MTN kabo the super mustairompia. Then you kabo the smartphone nevi yakabibiona.
Get the new Kabode Super smartphone and enjoy 16 GB free. Start with a deposit of only 45,000 Uganda shillings and pay the rest in daily installments.